press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived in Ramallah for a one-day visit. Indian officials say Modi wants to express his solidarity with Palestinians and express India's commitment to strengthening its relations with Palestine. Coming just a few months after Modi's historic visit to Israel, in which he chose to bypass a stop in Ramallah, he'll meet extensively with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, who is expected to ask India to take on a larger role in the peace process with Israel. Into the studio with Amir Oren. Amir, realistically, what do you see coming out of this trip?
Beggars can't be choosers, and the Palestinians must take any show of support from whichever corner it comes. Now, the Indians have been world champions, grandmasters at working both sides of the aisle. They have separated the Israeli visit from the Palestinian visit in order to heap praise on each side separately. And obviously, the broadcast home to India, where you have so many millions of Muslims, of Modi going to Arafat's grave and respectfully visiting Abbas. This is good for his domestic political base. Diplomatically, you won't see any real result coming out of this visit.
Thank you very much for that, Amir Oren. And we'll now go to our senior Middle East correspondent, Mohammed Al-Qasim. Mohammed, considering the well-publicised relationship between Modi and Netanyahu and the fact that Modi just skipped Ramallah in his historic visit to Israel a few months ago, how are the Palestinians receiving this visit by the Indian Prime Minister?
Well, it's an important visit by the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, something that the Palestinians were looking forward to. They were waiting for it, and they got it. Keep in mind, Sarah, that the Palestinians, or the PLO, has historically very close relationship to India, even before relationship between Israel and India has warmed up as of late. In fact, before that, the Palestinian Liberation Organization was close to India, and that's why it was indeed a much needed visit by the Indian Prime Minister to Ramallah, much needed by the Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, who was criticized for leaving India kind of out of his focus. Now, with the latest announcement by President Donald Trump regarding Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, the Palestinian president is looking at every major country in the region or even internationally to include in the peace process and try to involve them in taking a larger role in trying to revive the stalled peace process and negotiations, and include them in what he wants as a way to revive the negotiations, which is an international conference. Today, the Prime Minister was received with honor guards and received by the Prime Minister. He went to visit the Museum of Palestinian President Yasser Arafat, and he went to the mausoleum of President Arafat, and then as we speak, both President Abbas and the Prime Minister Modi are meeting, and they will be signing a number of deals that has to do with education, technology, and economy. The Palestinian Authority is looking at India as a way to contribute to the Palestinian economy and to the social fabric of the Palestinian people, and they are hoping that they can get some projects from India here in the West Bank and even in the Gaza Strip. And also, let's not forget, politically, the Palestinian Authority appreciates India's vote at the UNGA after the announcement by President Trump, and they think that this asserts India's position toward the Palestinians.
Mohammed Al-Qasim, thank you as always. We'll now go, and for more on that, we're joined on Skype by Netta Punia, I-24 News New Delhi contributor. Netta, thank you very much. We know about the really good relationship Modi has with the Prime Minister Netanyahu over these last few months, including an extensive visit by the Israeli PM to India. What does Modi hope to accomplish in this visit?
I think one message is going to be to the Palestinian Authority that India is still very keen to have close ties with them, in spite of India's growing ties with Israel, which is why you're seeing Prime Minister Modi transit not through Tel Aviv but through Jordan And we're also being told that while India did send out a very political message, the UN resolution that vetoed the Jerusalem proposition that the US put forth, something that Israel was.
Okay. We're experiencing a few troubles with that connection there, but we will come back to that after.